Hello and welcome back, everyone, to the Remembrancers Library podcast. I'm Vincent.
I'm Ethan.
And today we are continuing on talking about our Primarchs.
Yay!
Today we are picking up with Jaghatai Khan.
Yes.
The Warhawk of Chogoris.
Chogoris, yes.
The fastest man who ever lived.
Yes, according to the Drukhari.
Yes.
Yeah.
According to, he was faster than any of the Space Marines.
Yep.
How is it? He's faster than any Astartes, and the Astartes are faster than... Who's a little less powerful than the Astartes?
Men?
Then maybe I've got the order wrong. Okay, someone's fast enough to slice a bullet in half. The next person up is faster than that, and he's faster than them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's fair, yeah.
Like,
Probably faster than all the Primarchs.
Yes.
Yeah.
He is the fastest, other than Magnus can literally just teleport.
Yeah.
And Sanguinius has wings.
Yeah.
But in a foot race, he'd outrun them.
That's fair.
He's the Usain Bolt of the Warhammer world.
Yeah, no. And it's funny because, like, everyone, like, in universe and everything, whenever they talk about, like, Jaghatai, they're like, he keeps all of his cards to his chest. He's a very secretive, very reserved man.
Yes.
And then you showed me your notes you have for this episode, and I'm like, you're wrong. There's no way that this guy's keeping secrets, because that's a lot of more information than we usually have.
I actually have information on that information. Yeah, he did that on purpose.
Really?
He let people, like, because there was lots and lots of rumors, and he let people spread rumors about him without really ever, like... quashing them, because then nobody knew his true strategy.
That's fair, yeah.
But he kept good counsel with the people that he trusted.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I know he was good buddies with Sanguinius and Rogel Dawn, right?
No. Horus and Magnus. Sanguinius, yes.
Yeah. I'm thinking I've got the wrong thing. I was reading the Siege of Terror a little while ago because I put it down forever. Yep. And the beginning of the Siege of Terror literally just talks about how Jaghatai Khan, Rogel Dawn, and Sanguinius are just like, how do we stop them from getting to Earth? And that's the beginning of the book. Yeah,
no, that's fair, because like Sanguinius and Magnus and Horus are kind of friends with everybody.
Yeah. You say Magnus is friends with everybody?
Well, no.
I was about to say there's one person he's really not friends with.
Horus and Sanguinius are kind of friends with everybody. Yeah. They're the middlemen of everybody.
Yeah.
And they're like, our brothers don't like you, so I'm gonna like you a little extra. Yeah. I'm gonna be nice to you because you're a little weird, little buddy, but I think you're cool because I'm your older brother.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Yeah, but no, him and Magnus worked well together because they both Jaghatai Khan did have a lot of interest for knowledge.
Yeah.
And he had an appreciation for the fine arts.
Yeah.
Because, like, everybody thinks of them as barbarians still, like Russ, like Dorn.
Yeah.
But they didn't ever want to be seen as barbarians.
Yeah.
Yes, there was no mercy, but it was no mercy for the sake of honor.
Yeah.
Which I will get into when we talk about all of the crusading that they do.
Yay.
Yay. But yeah, to get started...
before we start... As per usual, we're going to put this at the top of the episode as well as the end of the episode like we usually do.
Yep.
Remember to go and check out our other places that we post stuff. Check out the Instagram. The Instagram will be linked. I believe Gage started linking it at the end of the episodes now, so cool. We're good with that regard.
Thanks, Gage.
Love you, Gage.
Gage is great.
Gage is awesome. This is his payment.
Yes. Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, no. Follow us on all of our other platforms: Instagram, YouTube, Spotify. We might look into other places too. I'm not sure, just to see how we can branch out and stuff like that.
If there's anywhere that you want to see us, let us know. We'll go there.
Yes.
Within reason.
Yeah. Short form content's not going to be coming for a while.
Yes.
Yeah. But so anyway, all that aside, should we begin?
Absolutely. I will say there are two pieces of information that I had originally had for this episode that we're going to talk about in other episodes. Mm-hmm. I'm saving one little chunk for when we actually talk about the White Scars.
Yes.
And then I have one chunk that we're going to do a supplementary episode for.
Once we eventually get started on supplementary episodes. Because I know we mentioned it weeks ago. Yes. But we, at some point in the future, we're going to get started on those. Life's a little hectic right now, but...
Yep.
We'll get started.
We'll get there when we get there. Yeah. But yeah, so Jaghatai Khan was the Primarch of the 5th Legion, the White Scars, formerly known as the Star Hunters, I found out.
Ooh.
Which is a badass name.
Yeah, it's a lot cooler name than White Scars.
Well, we'll get there.
Okay,
There's good reasons for both names.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then he was in concession here, the 15th Primarch. Concession, is that the right word?
Yeah.
Whatever. He was the 15th Primarch to be discovered, and he was found on his homeworld of Chogoris. Now, this place is... it was actually a pretty decent planet. It wasn't trying to kill you always.
Always. It gave you a break.
It gave it, a little break from the constant planets wanting to kill you.
Yeah.
Because there was only one continent.
Yeah.
Lush green forests, tall white-capped mountains, deep blue seas, and a lot of plains, a lot of field. And the people on this planet, there were two sort of factions.
Yeah.
Kind of. There were the rich people.
Yes.
And they had advanced to like a feudal aristocracy.
Yeah.
And they were sort of like, after the Age of Strife, they had got back to just kind of like pre-medieval. Like they were just kind of figuring out guns.
Yeah. Kind of like the Dark Angels on Caliban.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they were just figuring out black powder.
Yeah.
Again.
Oh, they were like back.
Oh, they were way back.
Oh, okay.
But they had got back to have it, like they were just figuring out the beginnings of guns.
The beginnings of guns and weaponry and stuff like that. Wow.
Yeah. And they fought, like when the aristocrats fought, it was very like tight together. It was very formation. It was almost sort of Roman, the way that they like kept together.
Very, very like very line warfare kind of thing of like one person shoots, you step back, another person shoots, steps back, kind of.
But they've still just got like land spears. They've still got they've got pointy sticks.
Fair enough.
And then the other faction of people, these people lived out in the plains, and it was called the Empty Quarter. There's not much out there because it was just like it was the quarter of the continent that was just field.
Yeah.
And then you have these
like
group
Saskatchewan.
of people. Yeah, basically the Saskatchewan of
Chogoris.
Yes. Here's another note: Chogoris was what the natives called the planet.
Yeah.
It had been imperially ruled before the Age of Strife, and it was called Planus Mundus. Planus Mundus. By the Empire. It was a Mundus planet.
A Mundus planet. This planet's really big, which we call Mundus.
Yes.
This planet
big
is
planet.
Mundus.
Big planet.
Planus Mundus.
Yes.
Did they let an Ogren name it? Like, oh wait, no, the Ogren didn't come until after the Age of Strife. So.
Right. Yes. But yeah. So then, in the Empty Quarter, we have nomads.
Yes.
They're all tribesmen, all nomads, and they're all on horseback.
Yeah.
Because if you don't know, Jaghatai Khan is very Mongolian themed.
If you could not tell from his last name.
Yes, if you couldn't tell from his name and sort of everything about him.
Yeah.
If you're watching on YouTube, the screen cap, you'll see he's just a Mongolian dude.
He's just a Mongolian dude, yeah.
So yeah, and like the very Mongolian themed, and even the aristocrats, they were also still, I said that they fought in a Roman style way, but it was still Mongolian, but it was Mongolian foot soldiers type style.
Okay, yeah.
The tribesmen were all on horses.
Yes.
So their whole thing was fast. They're on horses.
Speed.
They're fast. They're in and out. They're very lightly armored, very heavily armed.
Yeah.
Lightly armored.
To the teeth.
To the teeth, yes. Jaghatai was shot off with all of his other brothers.
Yeah.
And
Tzeentch did his dirty deeds.
Sent the Mongolian-looking guy to the Mongolian-style planet.
Yes.
And he was discovered in the Empty Quarter.
Yeah.
He was found by a leader of the Talaskar tribe.
Yeah.
This guy's name was Ongkon.
And sorry to interrupt that.
No, you're good.
When he's discovered, is this just like his pods in the middle of this, area?
I believe
or did they see it come down?
They might have seen it. They might not have. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
The kid in the pod was brought to the tribe leader.
Yeah.
And he saw, quote, a fire in this child's eyes. He was...
baby.
A baby.
There's hate in those eyes.
He has the spirit of war in his eyes. He will be a great leader. He will be mine.
And meanwhile, his kid's like sucking his toes or something like that. It's
Yeah.
just doing what babies
Yeah.
do, they like eat their own foot.
Yes, but with the fire in his
Yeah.
eyes.
This baby's got the spirit of a fighter in him.
Yes. Yeah, he did see him as a gift from the gods.
Yeah.
As most of his brothers before him. Or
Mhm.
at the same time and during and after and
Yeah.
timeline weirdness.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, now Khan is not just a last name.
Mm-hmm.
Khan is the leader of a tribe.
Okay.
Each leader of each tribe is, insert name here, Khan.
So it's the Khan.
It is the Khan
Okay.
of that tribe. Ong Khan raised Jaghatai under him, taught him stuff.
Yeah.
Now, that didn't last for very long.
Yeah.
After only a couple of years,
Mhm.
5 or 6 maybe,
Yeah.
there was a rival tribe that was called the Kuryid tribe.
Yeah.
They came in, raised Ong and Jaghatai's encampment, and they killed Ong right in front of Jaghatai.
Oh.
So kind and lovely. So the Jaghatai is like, well, this won't stand. I'm going to fight them back.
Yeah.
Now, he's only 5 or 6 years old, probably, looking like he's in his early 20s. And even though he was still very young, he'd very quickly, as is his nature, gotten familiar and experienced with the warcraft of the tribe.
Mm-hmm.
So he rallies his troops, leads them out to destroy the other clan. They do in fact kill every single person, raze the camp, turn it into dust. At that moment, he is now instated as the Khan of his tribe
Okay.
to replace his father.
So he's following the Primarch tradition of daddy issues.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Yes. Now, in the midst of the battle against the Kuryids,
Yeah.
Khan took vengeance on specifically the other Khan that had killed his father.
Yes.
And Jaghatai takes this man's head and puts it on a spike outside of his tent. He decorates
So wait, his head wait.
the head of the guy who murdered his father.
Oh, I get that part.
Yes.
Whose tent?
His own tent.
His own tent.
Jaghatai's tent.
Wow. Okay.
This is his reminder of this man killed my dad.
Yeah.
I'm now the leader. I killed this guy.
Yeah.
I killed this guy, and now I'm the leader.
So what does he do? Every time he goes into his tent, he just look at it gives him a quick slap in the face,
Probably.
That's, wow.
Yes.
That's
so
not a good way of coping with what happens in your past.
No, not really. But this is building the blocks of him being very loyal. He's loyal to his father.
Yes.
He's strong on the vengeance. He's strong on the discipline.
Yeah.
This is the building blocks for that.
Okay.
So he then, so he's now the Khan of his own tribe.
Mm-hmm.
Still quite young.
Yeah.
He had seen the fact that all of the tribes, all of the nomadic tribes, they all fought against each other.
Yes.
They didn't, they were all sort of on their own.
Yeah.
They didn't have a uniting thing other than that they were just all nomads.
Yeah.
And they constantly fought between them. Jaghatai didn't like this, and he was like, okay, now that I'm the leader of my own tribe, I'm going to try and bring these people together.
Okay.
As is his nature.
As
is his Primarch.
Yeah, as his Primarch nature, yes.
Yes. Yeah, so then when he was 10 years old,
Mm-hmm.
the
So
tribe...
in regular person age, he's probably 25, 26 at this point?
Yeah, so later 20s, the tribe is making their way to their winter encampment.
Yeah.
So
Getting ready for the
winter, they're climbing. I don't know if it was at the top of the mountain or over a mountain line.
Yeah.
They're on their way, and then there's an avalanche
Oh.
separating Khan and his soldiers, who were at the back of the pack,
Yeah.
from the rest of the tribe.
Oh no.
By the time, and Khan couldn't get to them quick enough,
Yeah.
because they were very separated, and all of his men died.
Oh.
That too. All of his men died. He was the only one that survived a friggin' avalanche.
Yeah.
Because he's a Primarch.
Because he's a Primarch, yeah.
So he's on his own there.
So he went and got revenge on Mulan for firing off that firework.
Well, the guy who was in charge of the Empire on the other side,
Yeah.
he was called the Palatine.
Okay.
He was the emperor of the people.
Yeah.
He sent, and they had a superiority complex over the tribe's people. They would send little hunting excursions, and they'd go and they'd fight them just for fun. They'd take slaves, whatever. So these are not great people.
Okay.
Not that there is any great people in
Did
Warhammer.
they start the Avalanche?
That we don't know, but the Palatine's son was leading a hunting excursion to go out and raise and pillage and plunder and take slaves.
Yeah.
And they came across Khan.
Oh.
So he's outnumbered probably 10 to 20 to 1.
Yeah.
All that the Palatine gets back of that squad
Yeah.
was one man who was very brutally mangled.
Oh.
And his son's head.
Oh.
So the Khan's got a thing for heads.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, there's have you the model that Games Workshop released, where it's the coolest model ever.
Yeah.
Coolest model ever. It's the White Scar doing like an Akira slide,
oh.
and then on like hanging from the cycle it's on is just 2 like Eldar heads.
I love that.
Yeah, so that makes sense. I was like, oh, they just take trophies. No, they've been doing this for a while.
They've been doing this from the beginning.
They're taking after their dad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. But yeah, the Palatine gets his son sent back to him just ahead.
Yeah.
So the Palatine's like, oh, well, that's not great.
Yeah.
Once the snow melts that next spring,
mm-hmm.
the Palatine sends another
hunting party.
No, an army.
An army.
He's like, we're gonna purge all of the nomads.
Oh.
We're gonna get rid of all of these lowly quote unquote people that are running around out here. We're gonna get rid of them.
Yeah.
So I bet you can imagine they didn't get very far. Because they meet Jaghatai first.
Oh. So in this period of time then, yes. I'm guessing that Jaghatai went down the mountain, tried to find his people, and then just kind of got stuck on the side of the mountain, living on the side of the mountain, or did he get to his place on the other side of the mountain?
He got to his people, and they got back home. They got back into the plains. Yeah, sorry, I missed that little bit there.
No. I was just saying because that's a really important thing. Is like if he's just on the side of the mountain,
if he's just on the side, against an army.
Yeah, it's like it's just this one guy. Like
no, he did get back to his people.
Yeah,
and then out in the midst of the field, they had this battle. Now.
Is this a classic one Primarch versus 100 people battle?
He had he had a good group of people with him.
Yeah.
They were again all on horses, and they were all archers for the most part.
Okay.
So they were and this would happen quite often in their fighting styles, and a bunch of different battles kind of go this way where they're up against an enemy
mm-hmm.
who's very tightly packed. They're very much in a unit, and they have just men on horses and or speeders later on running around these people in circles, picking off weak links until the entire group is disbanded.
Damn.
Now, the Palatine himself was on this squad.
Yeah.
And he and only a couple of his men, I can't remember exactly how many, it was 3 or 10 or something like that, just a very small group of his own personal guards, escaped. Because they were like, oh, we're not going to win against this very young guy on a horse and his buddies. So they did take off a lot of his people and drove him back and secured that all of the tribes were going to live for a good while longer in peace.
That's good, at least.
And at this point all of the tribal elders get together, have a little conversation, and they're like, okay, you definitely know what you're doing.
Yeah.
We're going to call you the Khan of Khans.
Real original.
Yes, but Khan, there's a G in there that differentiates. You're a more superior, you're a really good Khan, so we're going to give you the G in your name. I'm not sure.
You get the G in your name because you're a real G.
Yes. Yeah. I'm not sure if it's pronounced any differently. I don't want to blunder that. If it is pronounced differently, then I'll go forth pronouncing it differently. But where was I on my notes there?
Jaghatai was named.
Yeah.
The Kahagan.
Kagan, the Khan of Khans.
Kagan,
it is
the
pronounced
Kagan.
Kagan.
Okay.
I couldn't remember where exactly the G was put. But yeah. So he was victorious against the Palatine and these guys, but now he's like, okay, we were up against this little group of them.
Yeah.
Let's first work on bringing all of the tribes people together.
Yes.
And he did succeed in doing that. And then he's like, okay, now that he's the Kagan of Khans, and he's got all of the tribes underneath him. He's like, okay, we're going to go and take over this empire.
Oh, cool.
And they did so.
Yeah.
They came in and they went city by city, and they gave 2 options.
Okay.
Surrender or die.
Damn.
Surrender or die.
Surrender or die.
A lot of cities did surrender.
Okay.
The few who didn't were obliterated. Nothing left of them.
Like just cities wiped off the map kind of thing?
Completely and totally cities wiped off. Decimated, razed buildings to dust.
So that's just like by sheer like force of just like... Because they had no... You said they had no weaponry, right?
They did.
They did?
They were archers, and they would have had like spears and clubs. And,
yeah. So they were just running through and just destroying buildings,
yes,
setting them on fire, kind of crap.
Yes.
Oh my god, that's
yeah,
intense.
not as much fire as the salamanders would have had, but they were like.
Well, there's no Eldar children around, so
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. They weren't primitive by any means.
Yes.
They were pretty well advanced. They had, early forms of weaponry, but they made their way pretty quickly up to the capital of the empire.
Yes.
And they came up and knocked on the doors, and Jaghatai Khan said to the people, I want the Palatine's head on a stick.
Oh.
Expecting to have to fight through and make his way up and do it himself.
Yeah.
But the city turned on their own leader.
Oh.
They, the people of the city killed the Palatine and brought his head to the Khan.
Damn.
Okay. Yeah,
So was that's just from like them hearing about it, of like how awesome this Jaghatai Khan is.
He'd already conquered every other city.
Yeah.
And he made it to the capital, and I'm sure word spread quickly because people are pretty condensed. This is just the one continent.
Yeah.
Just city after city, word would have spread.
Yeah.
So
essentially, it's just them, like. Because they were going city by city, so I'm assuming it's just like civilians are escaping and just being like,
guys, you'll never guess what happened.
This is gonna blow your mind. Like,
yeah, we gotta get ready for this, dude. If you want to get down, you're good, but like if you want to fight, you gotta get ready. Yeah.
So there's this really tall dude. He's on the back of a horse.
He's so fast.
I've never seen a man so fast in my life. Yep. It's crazy.
He's fast enough that he moves so fast that you kind of can't even see him.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Most Astartes, because they can run anywhere between 30 to 60 kilometers an hour.
And these are pre-Astartes, right?
Yes.
Yes. So they're pretty fast off the rip already.
Yes. And this is a Primarch who runs much faster than them. So he's probably running at 100, 120 kilometers an hour.
Jesus.
He's fast.
Yeah.
He's fast.
He's fast.
And I cannot stress this enough. He's fast.
Is he fast?
No. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, he's fast. So, yeah, he made it up to the capital and turned the city on their own ruler, and he is now the ruler of the entire planet. And he expected, now that they've taken over the aristocracy, that, his people would kind of follow him into the city. But no, they didn't want to do that. They didn't really care. They just wanted to be able to go back to their nomadic ways, which is fair.
Yes.
They just wanted to go back to their simple life, just not in fear of being captured, enslaved, and tortured.
It was literally like, okay, we've done this now. We've shown you what we can do.
We're going home.
Don't do it again. Bye. Yeah.
Yeah. So now Jaghatai, though, he has to rule these people that he's just killed their emperor. So he does rule both his tribe's people and these feudalists. But he did this for the sake of the fight and the honor of, you've been killing and picking away at our people for so long, I'm going to get back at you. Now he's got back at him, and he doesn't really want to do the leading, which kind of is a similar pattern with the rest of his brothers.
Yeah.
He did the conquest, now he's got to lead. Oh man, I didn't want to do the paperwork. Come on, I just wanted to kill people.
Well, that was the whole Primarchs. That's the Primarch's whole job, is that they exist genetically just to bring planets into compliance. They are not they are leaders, but they're not planetary leaders. They just exist to bring planets into compliance and listen to the Emperor.
Exactly. Thankfully, though, I guess so, him arriving on this planet and conquesting the entire planet.
Yeah. Do
you want to guess how long that took him in standard years?
I'm gonna say two Terran years.
From him being like born,
Yes.
like, and then conquering.
Yeah. Oh no! From him being born on.
From him being found on Chogoris
to 10 years.
20.
20 years.
He was 10 years old when the avalanche happened.
Yeah. And then 10 years after that.
And then 10 years after that, he had the entire planet under his thumb.
It took him 10 years to do that?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. It took... Yeah, by the time he was the ruler of the entire planet, he was 20 years old.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
It took Gilliman, like, I don't know, about the same time, I guess.
Yeah.
Because Gilliman had to wait until he was 18.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah. And Jaghatai, his father was killed when he was 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Or 5 or 6, I think.
Yeah.
So he was on his own from 6 years old.
Until 10 years old. So for 4 years, he was just figuring out how to
Yeah.
be a
he was
leader.
he was still with his people by
Yeah.
that point. He had 4 years to figure out how to be a leader.
Yeah.
And then took 10 years to swipe.
So he was in 10 years, he wiped cities off the map.
Yep. Yep.
Oh my god, man.
Yeah. And then, yeah, he was like, now I'm bored. But thankfully, his boredom only lasted 6 months.
Oh, wait. Hang on. I just realized this as well.
Yeah.
Because every other Primarch that we talk about, they at least have some technology behind their back.
Yes.
10 years doing this on horseback with
Yes.
spears and bows and arrows.
Yes.
That is so much. That is just
And
so
no
much
guns.
cooler. And no guns either.
No guns, just manpower and horsepower.
Jesus.
And this was a very populated planet.
Yeah.
Like, they were under Empire rule.
Yeah.
This was an imperial
They were
planet.
it was a well-populated,
Yeah.
like well-stocked planet.
Yes.
Oh, Lord.
And they were advanced in, like, they were, like I said, feudal.
Yeah.
They were well advanced in that.
Yeah.
Like, this is like...
We're talking like
this is like Mulan going up against the entire
Yeah.
Continent of China.
like we're talking like peak Chinese Empire time kind of
Yes.
thing. Yeah.
Yes. And he took the entire Chinese Empire out in 10 years.
Jeez, he did what
With tribesmen. With tribesmen on horses.
He did what Genghis Khan couldn't.
Yes. Yes, he did.
Oh my lord.
Yes.
Wow. So anyway, I getting past that, you say 6 months and then let me guess. Does the Emperor show up?
Yes.
Oh my god.
You would have never guessed.
No.
No, he shows up. I'm sure that word had got out, or that he had some sort of like warp spidey sense that, there's a Primarch out over here somewhere. Yeah. But allegedly they were just...
The Emperor's just sitting in his ship and he's like, okay, which planet should I go to next? And there's like out of his ear, he just hears
meow. That one.
There we go.
There we go. Follow that child of mine.
Yeah, I can follow that child of mine. Guns N' Roses starts playing.
Yeah, no. But allegedly it was just.
I can't sing it because we'll get a copyright strike.
Ah, yes. Yeah. So the Emperor ends up on Chogoris.
Yeah.
Under the name of the Great Crusade. He wasn't out specifically looking for a son, allegedly.
Yeah.
He just showed up expecting to conquest this planet.
Yeah, at this point he is looking for his sons,
yes.
But it's not like when, like Russ or Gilliman or something like that. It's not like he's like, oh, my son's on this planet. He's just like...
He's conquesting and picking up sons on the way.
Yeah, he's just kind of finding... He's like, oh, look, here's a son.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
Well, this is post Sanguinius.
Yes.
So it is 100%, oh, look, another son.
Oh, here's another one.
Yeah.
Why did I have so many?
Yeah. Why did I think 20 was a good one?
Yes.
I already had to redact one. I hope I don't have to redact another Primarch from my thing.
Yep.
I mean, they never existed.
They never existed in the first place. I didn't have to get rid of them.
Yeah, I never had to get rid of the second and 11th Primarch. I mean...
I don't know what you're talking about.
They're not real.
They're not real. They're just a figment of your imagination.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Emperor shows up, and he also has with him Horus and a fleet of the Luna Wolves.
Oh.
They're just conquering.
That's odd though. Like
that they were together.
Especially this late in the Crusade, because we are what, like 5 Primarchs from the end at this point?
Yes.
Hang on. Jaghatai, Angron, Comrade, Angron, Corvus. Yeah, this is the 5th Primarch before he stops discovering Primarchs.
Yes.
So this is pretty late into him finding his Primarch sons.
Because this was in the Emperor showed up in Millennium 30, year 865.
Yes, that's right. Because the Horus Heresy happens just after the beginning of the 31st millennium.
Yes.
So yeah, this is pretty late.
This is pretty late.
Yeah.
But the Emperor and Horus are together.
Yeah.
They pop down. They're like, oh, we wanted to conquest this place, but it's already been conquested. And oh, look, it's my son. He did it.
Yeah.
And the speed and efficiency of which Jaghatai did all of this, the Emperor was like, wow, yeah, I'm not even gonna bother challenging you. You done did the work.
Yeah.
You done did the work. You are absolutely my son. You wanna come home?
Yeah. Quick question though.
Yes.
The heads. What is with that, my fastest son? What the head thing? Okay, we'll talk about that later. You're coming with no, leave the heads.
Leave the heads.
You can bring the horse. You can leave the heads.
You can
no, don't take the heads off the horses. You can bring the horses, but not the heads. Okay,
yes.
Cool.
Yes. So Khan did bend the knee pretty quickly, but he didn't really want to, because even though he was like now ruling and the whole like he did the fighting and now he's ruling as a consequence of that.
Yeah.
He was the leader. He was in charge, and now he's got the ruler of all rulers coming down to the Khan of all Khans and being like, "You're my bitch now." Yeah. Sorry, language, but yeah, he's like, "You got to do what I say now."
Yeah.
And Khan was like, no."
Yeah.
But the Luna Wolves are right there.
Yes.
If he had said no, they would have been obliterated.
He would have been brought into compliance.
He would have been brought into compliance, as people would have been wiped off. Like, the planet would have been gone.
Yeah. And
he did see the strategic play of bringing his planet into the Imperium.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. You got to think, like, these are, like, 8 foot tall people. He's probably... Because he's a Primarch, so he's probably never seen anybody as tall as him in his life.
Exactly.
And then suddenly, out of nowhere, all of these people that are, a little bit shorter than him or the same height as him come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
On giant metal birds is, I'm sure, what they think it is. So
they didn't have space travel at all.
Any kind of technology. Also, it makes sense that they're probably like, oh,
yeah, okay.
Like we cannot not this is just simple. Although the Mechanicum probably like raised the planet and turned it to like a giant wheat field. They
actually do leave this planet alone.
Oh, really?
It is part of...
Oh, yes. I forgot, like, Caliban is a punishment.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
Because when the Emperor was like, okay, come home with me, Jaghatai was like, can my people chill?
Yeah.
And the Emperor was like, okay.
Yeah.
You did a good job here, so we're just gonna... You can still, like, rule them. You can still have your whatever.
Yeah.
Ruling off planet, whatever. You can...
Horus is probably like, dude, look, we got like 15 of you guys back on the ship. 14 of you guys back on the ship. 13 of you guys back on the ship. They all have their planets, except for that guy, the big green guy with the beard. Yeah, no, they took his planet away from him because some other stuff, but you're going to keep your planet, man.
Yep.
It's great.
Yes, because the other reason that this all happened so quickly was because this is very late in the Great Crusade. They need everybody.
Yes, that's
true. So,
because the green skin menace is probably probably at its height at this point.
Yes,
because Ulanor, I think, is in the 90s of the 30th.
So
yeah. So yeah, I think that's when Ulanor. Yeah, Ulanor is at the beginning of the 31st millennium.
Yes.
So that probably makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, they took him pretty quick, and like based on where the information's coming from, whether it's coming from just regular old citizens of the Imperium or if it's coming from Jaghatai himself.
Yeah.
Or his people that he's confided in. Externally, it seemed like he just was like, oh my god, this is amazing, Dad came for me, I'm gonna go do things for Dad.
Yeah.
He didn't really want to, but also he saw that it was like there's a lot of like it's not inconsistency, but there's a lot of like contradiction that still works together, sort of.
Yeah.
So he gees up and goes with Papa. So yeah, so the Great Crusade's in full swing.
Yes.
They need absolutely everybody. So, and being that it's so late also, the Emperor took all of the feats, the mighty feats of Jaghatai Khan, and was like, yeah, you know what you're doing, I'm just going to throw you right in there.
Yes.
So he got no formal training on the Empire.
Oh, that's not
good.
He
didn't learn about how the Empire functions, he didn't learn about the history, and it was only a very brief amount of time that he had to learn about the technology, the warfare technology.
Yeah, no, sorry to interrupt there, I just looked it up, 865.
Yeah.
865, so they were literally 135 years out.
Yeah.
From Ulanor.
Yeah.
Or 100 years out from Ulanor or something like that, which, in terms of the Astartes and stuff like that, short amount of time.
Amount of time.
Yeah, no wonder he's just being like, okay, look, go.
Just go.
Yeah.
Just go. So he didn't get to learn about much of anything.
Yeah.
And as skilled as he was in warfare, he had to very quickly learn how to adapt that to the bolters and the speeder bikes and da-da-da-da-da. He did eventually get a custom-built land bike made for him that just flies.
Okay.
It doesn't hover.
It flies.
It flies. And allegedly, it can go into deep space. Just his little speeder bike.
Dude, is Jaghatai Khan is Lobo?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just riding around in space on a motorcycle?
Yes.
Dude.
Yes.
So, listeners, we were having a conversation before this about how Vincent has supposedly found one of his new favorite legions. And I can understand why now.
There is so much cool stuff about this guy.
Yes.
I'm definitely going to find his book, because he does have a whole book for him.
Yes.
I am going to find that and read it soon.
That's fair. It's I want to read Sanguinius's book once I find it, but I'm too invested in the heresy to get into that right now. Yeah. No, this dude is so cool. And sorry, excuse me. Guys, edit that out. Yeah, just he's getting back into the Imperium. Yes, he's learning about technology and all this sort of stuff. Yeah. And he so he didn't get to learn very much. And specifically, Guilliman and Dorn, they were like, that's not fair. Yeah. That's not fair. Mm-hmm. But the Emperor was like, I don't care. Yeah. We need him to fight. Yeah. And I'm the Emperor. Shut up. Yes. So, amongst his brothers, he was called the Khan. Yeah. Jaghatai the Khan. They just called him the Khan? Yeah. Kind of cool. Yeah. And then his men called him the Kagan. The Kagan. Oh, the Kagan. Yes. Yeah, the Khan of all Khans. I was like, I had a minute there. I was like, the Kagan. What? The Kagan. What? Yes. And I was like, oh yes, the Kagan. The Khan ultimate, of Khans. Yeah. The ultimate Khan. Yeah. That's kind of heresy, though. How so? Oh, because they're calling him the leader of all leaders. The leader of all leaders. Yeah. I'm surprised he got away with that. He got away with so much. Yeah. Which I'll get into in a little bit later, because he's left his people to do. His people follow him. Yeah. This is another example of his people follow him. They're too loyal to him. Yeah, kind of like Guilliman and Horus and sometimes yes. Yes. By sort of the end, getting closer to the Ulanor campaign, his men are more loyal to himself and to their brothers at arms than they are the Emperor. But he got away with this because people saw it as, well, he swore an oath to the Emperor and he can't break that. Yeah. So even though they're loyal to him, that's an extension of them being loyal to the Emperor. The same thing happened with Horus. I remember. Yes. And that went so well that, we should just shrug it off. But Jaghatai had honor. Yeah, Jaghatai had honor. No, so his legion is spread out all across, and at this point they're still the Star Hunters. Yes. Because they've been sent out very, very far away. Yeah. He sends out a call to have them all come back to Chogoris. Okay. And it takes years for this message to reach some of these guys because they're so far out into the system. That's crazy. Some of them haven't even been heard. They still haven't got this call up to the 31st millennium. Ooh, wow. There's still people that haven't come back until after Ulanor. Yeah. But he gets the majority of them back. I think it was around 80,000? 800 something? 80,000. Oh, sorry. I was thinking of years. It's 80,000 of his legion? Yes. 80,000 of his men. So he gets majority, getting back into it, he gets most of his men back together. Yeah. Now,
the whole problem with the tribesmen of Chogoris was that they were fighting amongst each other. And Khan was like, I don't like that. I want everyone to work together.
Yeah.
So the Mongolian guy that gets sent to the Mongolian planet and deals with their infighting is then given a legion who are all infighting.
Siege.
Getting out the red string here, putting that on the murder board.
Siege.
It's
almost as if, and just hear me out here, some higher power, preferably a blue one, that uses, as we've discussed before, mice
to spread his holy word.
His
unholy word.
His unholy word, yes. That's heresy. It's almost as if this higher power is taking this guy off the board because he knows that he would cause too much trouble during, I don't know, maybe like a heresy or something.
Maybe
it's like he's trying to be kept busy or something by some higher power.
Yeah.
I've been told so many times to stop talking about Siege in these episodes. How can you not do? Like,
there will be more information that I have later.
Yes.
That will get the red string back out in a minute.
I'm like, when we start talking about the Chaos Gods individually and stuff like that, I am gonna have to have like tape over my mouth for the entirety of Zinch's episode, because it's just gonna be like,
he did that.
I told you.
Yeah. But yeah, so he's given, and they were described as like vagabonds. These guys, and amongst squadrons, they didn't like each other.
Okay.
All of these factions of the Star Hunters, they didn't like each other. They didn't get along. They looked at their brothers with distrust.
So that, because like there are usually about 10 companies. In a Space Marine Legion. Pre-heresy, mind you. So you're telling me that all 10 of those legions just did not like each other at all?
Correct.
Damn, that must have been hard warfare-wise.
Well, they were all separated.
Oh.
None of them worked together. That's the thing. They each company was sent out somewhere different.
So they didn't work together. They
did
were just
not.
Oh, okay.
So they're very fractured.
Okay.
Khan sees this and he's like, here we go again.
Yeah.
I'm back in the building.
Yeah. Finally, something I can do.
Here's something that I'm good at.
Yeah.
So what he does is when they all get to Chogoris.
Yes.
So they're called the Star Hunters at this point.
Yeah.
And to unify all of them, because also, like, yes, they all have his gene seed, but they are a little genetically diverse, I think.
Okay.
I couldn't find specifically exactly how different they were.
Well, all legions are genetically diverse to their planet and stuff like that. But this is
all the Terran-born ones.
Oh, so this is all the Terran-born ones.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
But because they've been separated for so long, they don't have a communal culture between them.
Okay.
So they've all been off for so long that they don't know each other.
Yeah.
So what Jaghatai does to bring them all together is he has them, all of them, perform an ancient Chogorian ritual.
Okay.
And this happens in 2 parts.
Yes.
And I'll talk more about it in depth because there's a lot of like symbolic stuff for it, which I'll get into in the actual White Scars episode as well. But basically, the first part is each one of his men takes a blade, and they each carve a scar into their own face.
Oh.
And it's at their own discretion to carve however they feel.
Yeah.
That is going to be equivalent to them, like their loyalty to the cause.
Okay.
To Jaghatai, to the Emperor, to the Imperium. They're each carving up their own face.
So the bigger the scar, the
Not
more...
necessarily.
Okay.
Because like they're doing patterns, like this is an intricate thing. This is like Wakanda when they've got like the battle scars and whatever.
Like the death scars of like how many people he's killed kind of thing?
Oh, okay, but on their faces.
Okay.
But they're not marking each individual kill. They're doing it in a way that's like, this scar is personal to me. Yeah. And this shows my loyalty. Yeah. So it's not necessarily who's got the biggest scars, but who, like, it's all entirely personal.
Yeah. It's all we all share these.
We all share a scar.
Yeah.
The second part of the ritual is taking a new name. So they're to cast aside their old identities.
Yeah.
They can name themselves after their old identity. Most of them do name themselves after something that they've done.
Yes.
They all choose a new name. cast aside their old one. For this first, all of these people that are standing on Chogoris, they can pick whatever they want.
Yes.
Typically, after that, from the aspirants and the ties that they end up taking later on, they take ancient Chogorian names as like showing honor to the history of their people.
Okay.
But the first round, they can kind of pick whatever they want, and same with the scars; they can be whatever they are.
Yeah.
In ancient Chogorian, when this was a ritual that was happening fairly commonly, these scars would differentiate different bloodlines, different tribes from each other.
So
they had
in ancient Chogoria, they would carve the same scar, but for bloodline.
I think so.
Okay,
that's what I'm
now
led to
this
believe.
one is basically just like we all share a scar.
We all share a scar.
Oh, okay.
Kind of thing. So it's bringing everybody together.
Yeah.
They're now named the White Scars.
Oh.
Because this is the ritual that they've done to unify themselves.
Okay.
Pretty badass, if you ask me.
That is pretty badass, yeah.
Yeah, like, screw cutting a hand off. Everyone's doing body mods together.
Everyone's getting, like, that really cool, like, S. You know, there's one guy who's got that S carved into his shoulder or something like that.
Yes, but it's everybody's face.
All of the face?
Only face.
Okay.
Only, they're only scarring up their faces.
Okay.
So he's got it like it's a big like when people get it on their sideburns, they've got the cool S on their sideburns.
So there's 80,000 people, right?
Something like that. Yeah.
So somewhere in
there had to have been the cool S somewhere.
There had to be the cool S, but also somewhere in Jaghatai Khan's legion is the Joker, I guess.
Probably
because someone probably just like carved a huge smile on their face.
There's more lore to come about that.
Oh. White Scars episode.
White Scars episode. Yeah. I'll touch on it briefly, but yeah, so they're all unified in scars. They're all unified in having a new name.
Yes.
Their old identities are cast aside. Their differences are cast aside. Jaghatai also unifies them with knowledge. He has a good respect for fine art, so he teaches them calligraphy. He teaches them how to hunt on their own, and he also teaches them storytelling.
Okay.
Which does come into play later on. So the passing down of stories and
so
they are their own remembrancers.
Yeah,
to a degree.
All knowledge is passed down orally.
To a degree.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Which does cause some inconsistencies later on, but it's already in the lore, so like the lore is lore that it's inconsistent.
To us, we know what's right, but in universe, no one really knows what's going on with the White Scars.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They know.
Yeah.
But to everyone else, everything's just rumors and stories.
Oh, okay.
So now with his newly unified legion, this bit I will leave mostly for the White Scars episode, but they take on the Killarney Circle, which was a solar system of like 10 or 12 planets or so.
Yeah.
Lots of orcs. They kill lots of orcs here. This is where it took them 5 years to like take over this circle. They had 80,000. They lost 1/10 of those soldiers.
8,000 people.
8,000 people. Yeah. And we had this whole thing in
What's the word? What's your favorite word?
Decimate.
Yay!
But they weren't killing each other. They were just killed by the enemy. So technically not true decimation. I was gonna write it like that in the notes, but then I realized, it's not true decimation.
Yeah. They weren't reduced all at once. It was just over time.
Over 5 years.
Over 5 years.
Yeah. And Khan knew that like this place wasn't going to be like politically strategic, but all of the enemies that they'd face would take more than one company to defeat, so he forced them all to work together without letting them really know that's what he was doing, but he knew it would bring the people together.
So he's going to his dad and he's like, well, he wasn't going to his dad, he was going to Horus, and Horus is like, we don't really need this, and Horus is like, and Jaghatai is just like, trust.
Yeah, because he got to pick.
Yeah.
He got to pick, and he also...
That's strange.
Yes, he got to choose because the Emperor was so busy with the Crusade that he was like, "Go and do your first conquest, and then we'll talk after that."
Oh, okay. So this is his first conquest.
Yes, and also doing the ancient Chogorian ritual, that was out of character as well. That wasn't technically something that he should have been able to do.
Yeah.
But the Emperor was like, "You need to get your men together ASAP and get out there."
Yeah.
So he did what he did.
Yeah.
And then later on, he refused to bring his people's culture closer to the Imperium's.
Oh my. Okay.
They didn't even bring the sacred the 10 commandments of the Imperium. They didn't bring that to Chogoris. Yeah, they didn't bring that because there was no time.
Yeah.
So he had his own bit going.
Yeah.
That then he refused to altar in the name of the Imperium, which causes issues later on, but we'll get to that later on. By this point, they're gaining a reputation, and they get a nickname, the whole group.
Yeah.
They're now called the Laughing Killers.
Oh.
Where Angron and like Lehman Brust, they're barbarians. They're killing for the joy of the battle.
Yeah, they're like screaming into battle kind of thing.
They're going for bloodlust.
Yeah.
They're going for whatever.
Yeah.
The mercilessness of Khan and his guys is more so based in honor.
Yeah.
Again, pulling from those Mongolian Asian stereotypes.
They're doing it for the love of the game.
No, they're doing it for, like, when they go somewhere and defeat everyone, no mercy.
Yeah.
It's because they're pulling their true strength against a worthy opponent.
Yeah.
They are fighting to the very last effort, that last ounce of energy.
Yeah.
Because it's a worthy opponent.
Yeah.
So, and they are very disciplined. They don't really do a lot of pre-planning, but because they work so closely together, and their whole thing is, you come in fast enough, they can't see us coming.
Yeah.
They're the John Cenas. You can't see me. They come in so fast, so hard that they don't need to plan.
Yeah. It's like the anime trope and like the old like Japanese movie tropes of like you just hear the sword slash and then someone like falls to the ground.
Yes,
yeah.
That is the White Scars.
Yeah. And
now they're not on horses, they're on bikes. They're on motorcycles.
It's just so cool, dude.
It's just so cool. But yeah, they gain that reputation for being the Laughing Killers because they take so much pride in the skill of their fight that they're often smiling and laughing through their battles because they're like, we're the best at this. This is great, guys.
Yeah.
That's sort of their whole vibe.
Just a bunch of fun-loving dudes.
And over this time as well, the Khan is getting not close with many of his brothers, but he does get close with Magnus, Horus, and Sanguinius.
Yes.
Horus and Sanguinius, we were kind of talking about this before we started recording, that like those two are the older brothers of older brothers that are like, all of our other brothers pick on you, but I'm going to be extra nice to you because you are actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
So that's sort of Horus and Sanguinius. And then with Magnus, the Khan, they have sort of the same, like, they're hunting for knowledge.
Yeah.
They're hunting for that kind of stuff. And then with the speed of them, the teleportation, and then just the base speed, they fight well together. And as well with the Luna Wolves, where the Luna Wolves are just like, we're going to hit straight on, head on, and we're not going to stop.
Yeah.
Where the Scars are, we're going to, like, go around and pick off all the weak spots.
Yeah.
They worked really well together.
Okay. Dude, could you imagine a battle with, like, the Death Guard, the White Scars, and the Luna Wolves?
You know, I can.
Yeah. Because there is one?
Because there is one.
Yo!
There is one. I think that one was the one that'll be the supplemental episode, but we'll get there in a couple of minutes here.
Fair enough. Yeah, because I'm just thinking like, because the Death Guard work really well with the Luna Wolves because essentially like the Death Guard constantly push people back.
Yes.
So it would just be insane to just like, you know, the Death Guard are pushing people back and then the White Scars is like coming out and like fucking ringing around them. Language, sorry.
Yes. No, yes, that is the Pale Emperor fight.
Okay.
And it takes small sidebar. It takes all 3 Primarchs to defeat this guy.
Really? All 3
Primarchs at their full prowess.
Damn.
To defeat this one warp malfunction dude.
Yeah.
He used to be a man.
Yeah.
And now he's this warp thing, and it takes all 3 of them together to beat this guy. Yeah. So we'll get there.
We'll get there, yeah.
And I'm gonna try and I've still got quite a bit of notes to get through here, so I'll try and
we're almost good. We're good.
We're good.
Yeah.
All right.
Is this my favorite part that we were talking about earlier?
Yes.
Yes. Tell me about how he feels about Fulgrim.
As well as being the fastest man on foot, he's also the quickest witted of all of his brothers.
The quick tongue.
He is the roast king as well. There's a meeting between him and Fulgrim.
And I want to preface this because I remember you talking about this, and I know this from when I was researching Fulgrim and stuff like that. I'm not gonna say it. We'll get to that point. But the main reason that him and Fulgrim didn't like each other was because of their views on like congratulation on like what comes after a battle and stuff like that.
Right.
Khan was very much like, battle's over. We'll tell the stories when we need to tell the stories. There doesn't need to be a big thing. We don't need the parades. We don't need the... Very much like Rogel Dawn, where it's like, I've come to fight.
And I did fight.
What happened during the fight was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But we don't need to keep going on about it and stuff like that. Celebration is in order. From what I hear about Jaghatai Khan, it's like very much like, celebration is in order, but we don't need to make a big thing about it.
Yes.
But the thing is Fulgrim is like, I need everything. Celebrate me because I'm so awesome and my name's Fulgrim. Don't forget that Fulgrim did this.
Yes. It was celebration for the honor, but not to the degree that is the pomp and grandeur and etc.
Like the fireworks and the parades and the feasts and the thing.
Yeah, like we'll have a little feast and then we're going to keep going.
Quick one to show you how different they were.
Yes.
Fulgrim's men, Fulgrim and his like captains and stuff like that, they would celebrate winning a battle before they won. Before they even started a battle, they would have a dinner, they would have a feast.
A pre-celebration.
They would pre-game the fight because they knew they would win, and then they would win.
Yeah.
And they'd have another feast.
And then they'd have another feast to be like, yeah, look, we did do it.
Exactly. So it shows the difference between Jaghatai and Fulgrim.
Yes. Okay, no, that is fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were often at odds.
Yes.
And one particular moment, Fulgrim was trying to get a rise out of Jaghatai.
Yes, he was.
Because Jaghatai was he'd mess with his ships and his speeders to get them to be faster.
Yeah.
And Fulgrim comes and says, and this is paraphrasing a little bit, but along the lines of, I've heard from a contact on Mars, Jaghatai, that you do strange things to your ships. And Jaghatai, being the absolute Chad he is, whips back and says, I hear you do strange things to your men, Fulgrim. He wins that day.
See, the best part about this is pre-heresy.
Yes.
This is really pre-heresy. So this is before he starts like genetically manipulating with his like legion and stuff like that. This before So Fulgrim's just being a little bit of a weirdo with his legion, and
Jaghatai is on that.
Yeah.
Being like, what are you doing, you little weirdo? You little freak, you little weirdo, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let your freak flag fly. Let your freak fly, Fulgrim. But maybe keep it quiet, yeah?
Yes. And then later on, he goes on to fly even more of a freak flag.
Yeah.
That's post heresy.
It's pre, during, and post heresy. Fulgrim is kind of messing around with his legion genetically. So.
No, I mean Jaghatai.
Oh yes, no.
It's not.
He's
actual,
letting something fly.
He's letting something fly.
Yeah.
On his little speeder bike.
His little speeder bike through the webway. Yeah.
Through the webway with a hot Drakari babe on the back.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Smoking a cigarette.
Yes.
One hand on a cigarette, one hand on a beer, one hand on the motorcycle handles, one hand on a blade.
One hand.
Yeah. Gage censored what he just said.
Yeah, sorry, that was out of pocket a little bit.
Yeah.
Anyways.
But true, though.
But true. Not wrong. Anyways. He's, advancing. He's got his guys together. The next sort of milestone for him was fighting... Oh, okay, no. So this is not the Pale Emperor. This is the Emancipation of Droom, where the Luna Wolves and the Death Guard work together.
Oh, okay.
I was correct in that it takes all three of them to defeat this guy, but this is not the Pale Emperor.
Oh, okay.
This is a different guy.
Yeah.
They go to Droom, a planet that's sort of far out, but it's a big advanced city or planet, sorry.
Yeah.
And the Emperor wants it.
Okay.
So the three of them go off, and they go and they knock on the door, and Horus takes his hammer and he like bam on the big gate, and he's like, we're here in the name of the Emperor, and we're gonna...
His mace.
His mace. Sorry, not his hammer, his mace.
His mace.
He's like, hey, we've come here to bring you into the
Imperium.
To the Imperium. Nobody answers the door.
Yeah. What's up, bitches? Where is everybody?
Where is everybody? They get in, and all of the people are kind of like zombies. They're all kind of like, they're not really there. They're walking around, but they're not like they're zombies.
Like kind of like hypnotized, or are we like Nurgle kind of thing?
They are possessed by a warp force.
Okay.
So
the more you talk, I'm going to try and figure out which warp entity it is.
I can't tell if it's Nurgle or Tzeentch.
Just keep. I'll be able to tell you. Just keep going.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they have to move through the hordes of these people, and like this evil power is coming through a bunch of portals.
Yeah.
And it takes them about 6 months to start knocking off the littler portals, working their way up to the big master portal. And so the Horus is kind of leading the three of them.
Yeah.
Mortarian's doing his thing.
Yeah.
But he's
Mortarian's in the back. Like,
he's not really pleased because the way that they're getting through all this is because of Jagatai's Psykers.
Oh.
He has a faction of his men that are called the Stormseekers.
Yeah.
And what I found out is that they were well aware that the warp was dangerous.
Yeah,
they were well aware to what degree the warp was dangerous.
No, I've been finding that too. Like, the more I do research, the more I like read the books and stuff like that. Is a lot of they go on about like how a lot of people go on about how like the Emperor never told like Horus and his sons like how like about the warp and stuff like that. Like,
yeah.
But the thing is they knew the warp was dangerous. They knew that
yes.
there was stuff coming from the warp and stuff like that.
Yes.
They just didn't know that it was sentient. Yes. That was the thing, is they didn't know these things were sentient and stuff
yes.
like that. Well, they did, because there were some of them that would chat back when they're like fighting them and stuff like that, but they didn't know to the extent of like, oh, they can come together and like fight wars and stuff like
yes.
that. They didn't think it was a big bad thing that they could do. They just saw them as another Xenos race. Just that they were in the warp is the difference.
Yes. So when the ancient Chogorians, when they had people who had the Psyker abilities, they called it like the test of heavens or something like that.
Yeah.
Where it was like they knew that it was dangerous and that you had to be careful with this.
Yeah.
So they were much better at harnessing it.
Ah.
They were more powerful.
Yeah.
Not as powerful as Magnus and his guys, but they had it coming from completely different angles.
Yeah.
So
well, they probably had access to the same information, Magnus and Jaghatai, right?
This is pre-Jaghatai.
Oh.
Pre-Jaghatai coming, the ancient Chogorians had a handle on Psyker stuff.
Okay, I didn't realize that's how it was.
Yes.
Okay.
As far as I found.
Yeah.
As far as I found. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'll correct myself if I find that I'm wrong. Like, everyone has Psykers to a degree.
They all had Psykers and stuff like that. It's like it's very well accepted that the witch trials in Salem, like in Warhammer and stuff like that, like in that world, that those witches that were burned in Salem were most probably Psykers.
They were just Psykers.
So that's where
all of
the populations of
all of the humanoid populations
they had Psykers in some regard. Yeah.
Yes. So the ancient Chogorians knew this, and they had a good handle on it before Jaghatai ever showed up.
Which is a very plain difference to a lot of the other ones and stuff like that.
So his they were called the Stormseekers.
Yeah.
They were really advanced in their Psyker abilities.
Yeah.
So the Stormseers were helping them get through this, and his lead Stormseeker had said a couple times, guys, this is a bad idea.
Yeah.
This place reeks of an unholy evil. We shouldn't do this, or at least we should be very careful.
This is most probably Tzeentch then. Yeah, because those Psykers would have been like, oh, something reeks.
Yeah.
Like, they would be smelling Nurgle. They would be feeling Nurgle's touch and the rot and stuff like that. But if they're being like, there is something bad here, it's most probably Tzeentch that they're dealing with.
Yeah. I think it's Tzeentch and Nurgle.
Yeah.
I think it's both of them.
That's a bad combination.
Yeah. Because
they like each other, Tzeentch and Nurgle.
They do. Because they're seeing all of these monsters, and there are all sorts of horrible, horrible monsters in very many different types. Yeah. You've got your bipedals, you've got your all tentacles, you've got your
oops, all tentacles.
oops all tentacles, you've got your bloated and like you've got your bloated Nurgle decaying things, and you've got your Tzeentch crazy blah, 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 guys.
Yeah.
So it takes them 6 months to get to the main portal.
Okay.
And in this main portal, there is at the very center, like the three of them have a hard time walking towards this guy because of the amount of psionic power that he's exuding.
Yeah.
And what once was a man is now a tangled hunk of flesh with he's got a big distended bloated stomach.
Yeah.
And monsters are coming out of his stomach.
Oh, that's Nurgle. It's totally Nurgle, yeah.
Yeah. And with the three of them, and by this point they've lost like all of their men.
Yeah.
It's the three of them, and then Jaghatai has 10 of his Stormseekers left. So the three brothers are sort of, I think Horus is leading them, and then Mortarion and Jaghatai are flanking.
Yeah.
And then they've got a circle of Stormseekers around them.
Okay.
And they are having a hard time walking towards this guy because of the power he's exuding.
Yeah.
Horus is able to push back his psychic mind abilities, but he's bleeding out his eyeballs.
Whoa.
He is bleeding out his eyeballs.
Yeah.
Mortarion, he's facing levels of psychic manipulation that he hasn't seen since
his dad. Yeah.
He is on his knees.
Yeah.
So Horus is on his knees.
Yeah.
And the two of them distracting this guy, he's putting all of his effort into dealing with these two.
Yeah.
And all of the Psychers, they were killed in like seconds flat.
Damn.
All of the the 10 guys,
like
their minds were blown up in seconds.
Yo.
However, with their last bit of power, their last bit of aliveness, they were able to make Jaghatai virtually invisible.
Okay.
Combination of psychic power and just his speed.
Yeah.
So he's able to flank around and come up behind this monster.
Yeah.
And where its stomach was bloated and folded over itself,
Yeah.
that was its one weak point.
Yeah.
He was able to see that and come in there, slice him open. This guy is dead.
Oh.
But it took all three of them
at
their height of whatever to take this guy down. Now, killing this guy who was sustaining all of these portals, this causes a vortex.
Yeah.
Jaghatai is just about pulled into this, and Horus has to come and pull him out of this warp vortex.
Yeah.
But this is it. They did it.
Yeah.
They have gotten rid of this guy. They have emancipated Droon. So now all of the people that were zombies are no longer possessed, and they have this planet in the Imperium's whatever. They've emancipated it and solved the problem.
Okay.
Next up in the list of the conquests of Khan is the Pale Emperor. Yeah. But we'll get into that. We'll do a supplementary. So that's in a completely other place, and then there's some very cool stuff that he does there. Next up is the Ulanor campaign. Yay! There's not a whole lot of specific information. I'm sure there is in Khan's book.
Yeah.
But basically, the Scars were on the front lines of the Battle at Ulanor.
Yeah.
They were up there with Horus, slinging down orcs.
Yeah.
Because in the Circle of Cloarn, they had also fought a bunch of pretty big, notable orcs during that time. So they knew how to fight the orcs.
Yeah.
And they were so good at fighting the orcs. The orcs, their whole thing was that battle was fun for them.
Yeah.
Fighting was fun. Even if they were losing, they were enjoying the fight. They would run away from the White Scars because it was boring, because they'd just get killed with an efficiency that was not fun.
Yeah. Well, it's the whole orc thing of like their view on battle is like, you know, if we win, we win.
Yes.
If we retreat, it means we can fight another day.
Yes.
If we lose, it doesn't count because we didn't win.
Yes.
Yes.
So, but they didn't often retreat.
Yes.
They didn't often, because it was more so they would just get caught up in the battle and having fun, and then they'd all be dead.
And then they'd all be dead,
They would strategically.
Yeah.
The orcs used strategy to run away from the White Scars because the White Scars were so good at killing them.
They probably painting themselves red so they could get out of there quicker too.
Yeah, maybe that's where all the purple orcs happened, because they were like, we need to get away from this guy.
Have you ever seen a purple orc?
No, because they're so good at being invisible.
Neither did the Khans.
Exactly. So Khan was up there on the front lines with Horus.
Yeah.
and was there for the end battle against the big orc.
The triumph at Ulanor, yeah.
The triumph. He was there for that. And the Khan was there watching with approval. He was very happy that Horus was appointed War Master. And it was a happy day.
Yes.
After Ulanor, next up in the big things that happened before the heresy is the Council of Nicaea. There is a lot of information about, or in relation, Jaghatai and
the Council
of Nicaea. He wasn't there. He wasn't even there. But because his people had such an advanced knowledge of psyker abilities and whatnot, when Horus and Magnus started the Librarium, Jaghatai wrote all the rules.
Oh.
He wrote the rules. He made the structure. Yeah. Like he built the Librarium.
He was probably pretty miffed when he found out that Magnus was breaking every rule in the Librarium, right?
That I'm not 100% sure where that falls, because when Jaghatai thought that Magnus should have been able to make the final decision.
Yeah.
At this point, he's still pro Magnus.
Yeah. He's
still like Magnus should have had the final call. Because the other thing, too, is that Jaghatai was not listed having this, he didn't have any recognition that this is what he did. Only Horus and Magnus knew that they were having him do this. Nobody else knew.
Okay. So they just knew that this rule book turned up one day, but nobody knows that Jaghatai was the one that wrote it.
Yes, correct. So, Khan was... under the impression that Magnus should have been able to have the final decision.
Yeah.
He also... Now, I'm not sure if this is Jaghatai's thoughts or, lore. There's people who think this, or if it's just a straight-up fact. I'm not 100% sure. But if Khan had been there at Nicaea, standing with Horus and Magnus, to be able to say, I think we should keep this going, that probably would have helped.
Yeah.
That probably would have kept the Librarium going, because having a quote-unquote normal brother, because it's he probably had some psyker abilities.
All of them do, in some regard.
All of them
except
do in some
for
regard.
a few.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But nobody would accuse him of being one, because he never outwardly did
anything. Yeah.
He never outwardly did anything.
Yeah.
So none of his brothers would have been able to call him a psyker.
Well, that makes sense though, because all the Council of Nicaea was on the psyker end was, look at all the stuff that they're doing wrong, and Magnus patting himself in the back for being such a good psyker.
Yeah.
So that makes sense that if Jaghatai was there, it probably would have ended up working out better for them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. He would have kept it going. But he wasn't there.
Yeah.
He wasn't there. He was out in the Kondak system, getting rid of the last of the orcs that had managed to flee from Ulanor. He was out, and he was fine with that.
Yeah.
He didn't mind. He was on the hunt. He was happy hunting.
Happy hunting.
He was happy hunting for the Emperor, out killing out the last of the orcs.
Exactly. And that's where we leave him?
And that is where we leave him post-heresy.
Pre-heresy.
Pre-heresy.
Post-heresy is a lot cooler.
Post-heresy is a lot cooler.
Yeah.
But there is so much information. I cut down so much.
Yeah. I remember you saying that it was this is just a fraction of what you had found on him and everything. So.
The information from Nicaea, the information from Ulanor, there is so much, but it's all it's not the actual events. It's all just insight as to kind of
what would have happened if
intricacies of why what happened.
Yeah,
but it's not the actual events. So I cut it down to that.
Yeah.
I'll definitely do a supplemental episode on the Pale Emperor.
Yeah.
And honestly, when we do the White Scars, I could probably make the Cloarn Circle another.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing as well. This is there's a lot of stuff that is mentioned in the Primarchs that is most likely going to end up into the Legion episodes anyways. So.
And there will be cross reference for the Emancipation of Droon. There will be crossing between Mortarion and Horus. Yes. It'll come up in their stuff too, most likely.
Yeah.
But with that, that is the end.
That's the end of it
today.
And thank you guys.
Thank you for listening. Absolutely.
Very much so. That was Jaghatai Khan.
That was Jaghatai Khan, the speediest of all speedy boys.
The speediest of all speedy boys. He'd give the Sonic the Hedgehog a run for his money, I'm sure.
Yes, absolutely.
Genghis the Hedgehog.
Genghis the Hedgehog, yes.
Yeah.
The fastest guy in all the lands.
The fastest guy in all the lands. All of the lands, including many of the planets.
Yes.
But anyway, thank you guys for listening. If you're listening on Spotify, please watch on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, please listen on Spotify. If you're on the Instagram, how are you listening to us? But if you did come here for the Instagram, that's awesome. Thank you guys.
Yes.
But
if you haven't seen our Instagram yet, go check that out.
It should be on the screen now.
Yes.
With Gage's little title card.
Gage's magic.
Gage's magic, magical little Gage. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next week. We'll be talking about Conrad Kurz.
Yes, we will.
And we're just going to be depressed.
Yeah, next, the most despicable. Gage, sorry. The most depressing. Yes, that will be how it will go next week.
But yes, thank you guys, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.